Hey everyone, if you haven't seen it already, we released a new horror short and it was an awesome experience on set and all throughout the production. We have a lot to discuss, so I'm going to take you through how we made our short film, Wax. As I've mentioned before, I am a super big fan of the show Gravity Falls, and I often go to it for inspiration when I'm going through a tough writer's block. Whenever I watch the show, not only do I enjoy it, but it helps me execute my own work better, and this was definitely one of those times. One of my favorite episodes is called Headhunters, where the gang finds a hidden room in their house that was secretly a wax museum in the past, and I really wanted to draw inspiration from this. I've known this episode for years and years, and it always struck me as something that could be cool for the format of a horror short film, but it didn't click to me until recently how I could really execute that properly. Also, here's a little comparison of some inspirations that I had to actually make these wax figures and what style they were going to be. After filming The Last Stop, I learned how much more efficient filming is when you are on a custom-built set, and given the script I wrote for this, building a set was really the only way to achieve it. I really wanted to go big on this film, and despite how short it turned out to be, which I'll get into in a bit, I wanted to pour everything into it and make sure that we had a really good set for this. We had 10 set walls built to be reused for future projects, which you will continue seeing since we're now filming pretty much everything on a custom built set, but for this we used 6 of them since that's all we had at that time since the others were being built. Due to only having 6 walls, the room turned out to be a bit smaller than I had expected, which actually made the film a bit shorter. As you could see here, there's some of these shots that we had to scrap just because there wasn't enough room for the proper middle to happen. And the middle of the film was supposed to be all these wax figures coming to life, but I instead had to settle on this really cool shot of them coming out of the wall, which we'll get into in a bit. Anyways, we had another larger wall be built out of sheetrock to be broken through. Tommy really put her all into breaking this, and as thin as the sheetrock really was, she wasn't able to break it that easily, which none of us really were. It took a lot of force. But after a couple takes, she was able to get the hammer through, and from there she just went crazy ripping it off. So you're great, Tommy. You did a great job on this, and I'm sure you really let out some stress during this shot. I will mention time and time again, but my wonderful mother and prop department, Janine Dormani, designed the set and decorated it, and it turned out so amazing. The set build was done by Terry Regal, who is actually my girlfriend's father, so super cool. Adding cobwebs to different parts added such a unique element and made everything come together so much more and really seemed like it was this old room that hasn't been touched in years.
Hey guys, it's your favorite gaffer here, Preston, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the lighting in Wax. I'd say the most challenging part about this project was matching the lighting of the drywall prop with the actual laundry room. It's always tough filming for the same scene in different areas, but one way we did make it easier on ourselves is by filming close-ups of actually breaking the drywall instead of anything wide. When it comes to the room of wax figures, I kind of wanted to mimic museum display lighting. I had one light rigged over top of everyone, and that was basically it. I knew we had limited space to move around in the set, so I didn't want to clutter the area with more lights that could be in the shot. For how simple the lighting appears to be, I'm super pleased with how it looks, and I hope you guys are too.
The special effects were a bit tricky for this. I'll let Anna talk a bit about that.
Hi guys, my name is Anna. I'm Vince's girlfriend, and on the set of Wax, I had the opportunity to be somewhat of a makeup artist on this film. So what we essentially did with the makeup was we used baby powder, setting spray, a lot of matte products, a lot of hairspray, all sorts of different things to make these people look like wax practically. Now, the main issue I faced in preparation and in actuality on the day of was creating that shiny look that wax has without making them look wet. So one of the biggest selling points that I think we had was on the hair. Essentially what I did was I gelled down all of their hair with about half a bottle of gel each. Then we used baby powder to set it all down, let it dry, and then used hairspray to bring back some of that shininess while also leaving the hair looking solid. And while I know it was probably absolutely horrible to wash out, I think it turned out really well and it achieved a great look on camera.
I was able to enhance the practical effects of the makeup and wax figures overall with VFX. They were not perfectly stilled because, well, humans can't really do that. But for each solo shot, I was able to lock down the camera and make a still frame, and also adding a glass texture to make them feel more wax-like. Also whitening out their eyes gave them more of a ghostly look, but still kept them looking like wax figures. I rotoed out everything around them, like the plastic moving, and this still gave the illusion that they were actually still. For the shot of the two wax figures coming out of the wall, I took a base shot of the laundry room, then I matched focal lengths and positioned for the VFX plate with the fake wall, and then I blended the fake wall into the real wall, and it worked really seamlessly. I really hope you guys enjoyed this film as much as I enjoyed making it. This is one of those projects that is really important to me because it comes from my love for a show, Gravity Falls, that has been such a big inspiration for me, and Alex Hirsch, the creator, is such a huge inspiration, and he doesn't even know it, so hopefully one day I could tell him that. Also, make sure that you stay tuned for our next short, most likely coming November 7th, because it is the continuation to the BHP classic, The Milkman. Yep, we are back with the Peep Scope. You will not see the Milkman return, but you will see a new antagonist, and it's going to be really awesome. Also, huge thank you to all our patrons as well: James Harrington, Matthew McManus, Javon Marley, Lewis Winters, Ronald Lewis Watkins, Cameron Gallagher, Cielo Gomez, Sandy Peterson, Mary Love Scary, Steph Perry, and Melissa Laporte. Thanks to you guys, we are able to put some extra money back into each short, and it truly helps. We have some awesome benefits, and just like these guys, you could be part of the BHP family for as low as $1. Not trying to do too much promotion here, but seriously, you'll get some awesome stuff. We will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.